everyone, it's Lisa and today is Thursday and we are going to go through my top 20 Walmart beauty favorites. I saw Samantha Sherman do this. This video is in collaboration with Walmart and I cannot wait to share these things with you because a lot of them I have been waiting to share with you with a favorites video, and so I figured this would be perfect. But it's going to be all over the place and I'm going to try to add in some new things. Some things will be redundant, some things will be new, and if you've been here with me, you know some of the old things that I like. Here's, yes, like Chanel. So let's get started with something from Will. It is the Old Spice Swagger, and that is the key. Shampoo, 2-in-1 conditioner. He has thick, wavy, good hair. And he doesn't want to spend a lot of time styling it. He takes a shower every night. This just works great. It keeps his hair from being too dry. This smells so good. When he is getting ready to go to school in the morning and we're in the car, I can smell it. Like I can catch a whiff of it. Like if I hug on him or kiss on him or something, it just smells so good. And you know, a long time ago, if I would have seen this in the aisle, I would have thought it would be, oh my gosh, just smells like clean man. It doesn't smell overly cologne at all. And I probably would have thought that wouldn't have smelled good, but it does. This is something I showed you before and I have been loving. I've got I think it was the Malibu set in my shower now, but I kind of wanted something that wasn't so colorful in my shower, which is silly. So I was thinking I would try to get a white one, and sorry, I should have opened this before, but let me open it real quick. Okay, here we go. They didn't have a white, but they had this one that is almost white, and it's called Cool Blue, and I bought this right in the store. I think everything I'm gonna show you today, you can buy in the store. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here it is. It is the starter kit, so it's the razor handle, a 5-blade razor refill, and the magnetic holder. I love this. There is something about the shape of this razor that I just love. And the weight of it, and when I used to use the Venus razor, the head of it was too big to get into those, you know, tight places. And this one is not like that. And it has like what it says, 5 blades, yes. And then you do the classic, you know, like that when you need to change them. And I will say I wasn't against, but I didn't want to put this up at first because mine was like a color, like orange or something, but I am gonna put this up because look how easy that is. I mean, it's not something you have to put in there. It's just clearly just a magnet. And sometimes I make the mistake of just setting it down and the aloe strips will get stuck. And the head of it swivels and everything. Just love it, love it. I think you would too. This is something, the Sally Hansen. I have it on today, on my chest and on my arms. It is such a good product. I've kind of gone over this with you already. I lay a towel out and then I put my body brush down and I spray the brush because will be a little overspray, and then I apply it, and then sometimes on my arms, I will just spray a little bit on my arms and brush it, but it is very, very, very transfer resistant. And when you get in the shower, it's not enough just to be in the shower. You have to, you know, get soap on your hand or get like I just bought a new loofah, hold on. And this will kind of go into one of my next things. I love this, the Native Body Wash and the Lavender Rose. I don't know if I've ever smelled those together before. It's definitely more lavender than rose. It is a very clean, invigorating spa type smell. It is, you know, it comes out very easy, and I use just something like this, and I just go through these. I pick these up. It's an Equate Jumbo Shower Loofah. Once mine start getting, a lot of times they'll even get stained, like from tanner or some of this body makeup, then I just throw them away, or if they start getting just pulled out too much. So This is how you have to scrub this off, is you have to literally take it off, and then you will just see it, you know, come off in the shower and go down the drain. Then, remember I showed you the Native shampoo. I think the first one I got was the moisturizing, maybe almond and shea butter or something like that. That one was okay, but you know, it didn't thrill me, and I have so many shampoos I like that if something doesn't like really thrill me, I'll usually just give it away and go on to the next thing. This thrills me. It is the Cucumber and Mint, silicone-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, volumizing shampoo and conditioner. This does not strip my hair. Now, I don't use this every time. I probably use this every second or third time, but it gives you that volume that, and I hope you will know what I'm talking about, almost like there's aloe or something in it. It makes your hair feel, even when it's wet, it will feel like each piece of hair is on its own instead of clumped in groups. That is something I've been loving, and that's something that every time I use, I always want to tell you. Okay, the next thing is this, which I've already told you about plenty of times. It's the Jergens Cloud Cream. I noticed that they had this in a hand cream too. It's the Hyaluronic Complex, fast absorbing, no sticky feel, absolutely. So I've been loving that. Then I got this to use sometimes when I get out of the shower, and what you want to do is you want to be still wet when you get out of the shower. It's the Cocoa Radiant Body Oil from Vaseline, vitalizing body oil for healthy, glowing skin. And I do like using it that way, but sometimes I forget. I just love that feeling of when you're, because I always hang my towels over the shower so I dry off in the shower. And it just feels so good, you know, when you're done, just to dry off. And so one time I forgot, and so I decided to just add this into this, and that is a great cocktail. So I do like both of these on their own. If you use this by itself, it certainly is more of a, you know, it's not that oily, but it is. But together, they're awesome. A new toothpaste. I noticed that my teeth needed to be whitened, and I do have, you know, bleaching trays, bleaching gel, and everything that I could do, but I really didn't want to do that because my teeth are sensitive. I had that dental surgery. I just didn't want to do that right now. So I grabbed this Arm & Hammer Advanced White and Extreme Whitening, and I really think it has started to whiten them. This is something I haven't mentioned in a while. It is the Lumify drops. I use these not every day, but every day that I'm going to make a video, because it does really, really help to brighten the whites of your eyes. And something I noticed when I was, this is years ago, I noticed when I was copying eye makeup looks, like off of Pinterest, I don't have a lot of white in my eyes. I think it's just because my actual eye opening is smaller. So you'll see I don't have a lot of white like a lot of people do, but I want it to be as white as possible. And they feel good, and I've been using this for years. So that is something, all of these things are either something I feel really strongly about that I really want you to try, or things I've been using for years. So I tried to put some new things in here because some of you have heard this a million times. Okay, so let's go on to some makeup. Really, I could have done 20 lip products. It was tough. So I cheated with some of these, like, and I'm counting these as one. These are 3 foundations. Of course, we all know about Pro Glow. We all know about L'Oreal Fresh Wear. We all know about, you know, all of these ones that everybody talks about. But Mother Nature has reminded me this past, you know, humid, warmer week that I do, in fact, have normal, leaning, oily skin. And in the summer, just like, it's like I can do a dewy foundation and it will look good for a little while, but it's going to melt off my face. It looks like a grease slick within a couple of hours. Same thing with my hair. I can, of course, curl my hair and make it look good for a little bit, but as soon as I go outside, it's going to just revert right back to its natural texture. So for the summer, if you're my color, these 3 foundations are so pretty. Each one is that olivey, tan type color, not peachy, not too yellow. Really, these compete with or beat any high-end foundations. And it is the Revlon Color Stay Combination Oily Skin in 280 Tawny. I'm trying to think of which one. I have this one on today. The Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. This is Warm Beige 05. The NYX NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in, what is the name of this one? Medium Olive. So all 3 of these are worth a try. The Milani is the thickest one, and I would say probably the Revlon is the thinnest one, but all of them have, the Milani is full coverage, full. And the other ones are or medium to full. You can definitely get them full, but the Milani is full out of the gate. So love those. And then concealers, of course, you know I love that Maybelline. I already told you about that, but some new ones that I have tried lately are the e.l.f. These are really good, especially any of the ones that have peach. Like this one is light peach, and it's really too light. I have to mix it, but all the e.l.f. concealers, the kicker is getting your right shade, and that's the kicker with any concealer. So these are so worth trying. They're really good. I really like the creamy one. Like one of them is the 16-hour matte finish, and one of them is the hydrating camo satin finish. It just depends on, if you're not someone who sets your under eye, of course I would get the one that dries. If you're someone who likes to set your under eye, then get the creamy one. Or, you know, just experiment. For that price, you can experiment. This is something else that has been impressive, is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. The only problem I have with this is, you know, it pumps out. So what I have learned to do is to pump it out on my palette or my hand and kind of go like this. I mean, I don't know any other way you could do it, but it's very easy to get too much is what I'm trying to say. So just be careful. Almost, you know, do like I told you, where you're almost acting like you're blending it in your hand and then take from there. But creamy, you could use this as a foundation easily. Powder, I have not found anything. And I'm not like just trying to pick something from each group. Like I don't have a brow product here. I did use one, but it's not something that I think everyone would love. But like this powder, if you are a Laura Mercier translucent powder or any of those that have good coverage and smoothing and set your under eyes, this Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the 10 Fair Light. It's what I have on today, and it is, I mean, it competes with all of the high-end powders. It is so good. Oldie, but a goodie. Eyeshadows are a tough thing, I think, at the drugstore. And I do like maybe like some cream shadows here and there. But if I were to tell you the most impressive eyeshadows at the drugstore, it would still be these. I have used these now for I don't know how long. It is the So Fierce Revlon. Today I used, oh goodness. A lot of times what I'll do, I will say this, a lot of times I'll end up using almost every palette on a look, because I'll like this color out of this one. Like I love that rosy gold color. And then I like this dark brown out of this one. And then I like this, I think I used this white today. Is it that one or this one? I don't know, it was one of these whites I used on the inner corner. And when you look at these, you think, oh, that's for one of those people that love wearing, you know, editorial type makeup, or that's something you're gonna have to use your finger, or that's something that's gonna be too shimmery for me. But they're really not. They look, I mean, they look beautiful, but they look a little bit intimidating, but they really, let me come in so you can really see my eye. So you can see like that highlight's a little shiny, and I've got this light shining dead in my eyes, but they're just really, really pretty. Okay, mascara, there are some good ones. I think mascara is one of those things, I just think it's so, I do it, but it's unnecessary to spend a lot of money on mascara because we can get good mascaras at the drugstore, at Walmart. This is the Bambi Oversized Eye. This is a fresh one. I mean, look at that wand. It is so good. It will get every single lash. It is the rubber wand. I haven't ever like stabbed my eye or anything. It doesn't flake. It doesn't transfer. Like a lot of times, you know, mascaras will not only run down here, but they'll leave lash marks on my brow bone because my eyes are deep set. It doesn't do any of that. And most importantly, it comes off. It's not one of those that you have to tug at your eyes or anything. It comes off. Love it, love it. This is something I have told you about before, but a lot of these things, you know, I've tried so many other things in the past, you know, 3 or 4 months, and you might be wondering, do I still like some of my old things? I still love this. I love it. There is just something about that edge right there and that edge. Today I used it with the Milani, and I mean, it was just like full coverage, full coverage, full coverage, full coverage. It was just like stamping on my makeup. So you can swipe or you can, you know, kind of stamp it on. I saw someone say they liked putting, it has that really cool edge right there. They liked putting concealer there because they could really get, you know, a good line around their eyeshadow. It's just a really good sponge. Eco Tools Plant Me, it's like the Eco one. I just bought another 2-pack. I will say, don't think it's gonna be one that you're gonna wash a whole bunch of times and it's gonna last. I think because it is biodegradable, it will start breaking down after a while, but you get plenty of use out of it. And then what I usually do is just throw it away and get a new one. It's worth it because it's inexpensive. Bronzers. Bronzers may come and bronzers may go, but I will always, always love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So this is my very loved deep bronzer. And I thought about getting a new one because this one looks so bad, but I don't know. It still works really well. And then their latest collection was this, I can't remember what the name of it. This is the Bread and Butter. And this is what I have on today. The only bronzer that I have on, no cream bronzer or anything. And when you first get it, it's going to have like those little dark stripes in it, but those come off. And I believe this is the lighter of the two. This one is Toasty. I think there might be a darker one that I have, but I've enjoyed this one. And then today I used the Physicians Formula Happy Booster Blush. And it's in like, you know, the pink and red and, you know, those, you've seen it. It's real pretty with the hearts and everything. And that is a good blush. But still, no matter what, if I had to pick one bronzer from the drugstore, it would still be Milani Luminoso. It is just the sweetest, prettiest pinky peach, and it just lights up your face, my face, and I love it. So I will never be without Luminoso. Lashes, I like a lot of different lashes, but if I had to have one set of lashes for the rest of my life, it would be the Kiss Jubilee. They are perfection. I cut off the last 3 and I just used that, and it's what I have on today. And it just goes on the outer part of my eye. It helps lift, it gives definition, but it's not over the top. It's not crazy. Or a lot of lashes, you know, I'll like them, but they're kind of fighting against my eye shape because I always say I have Bugs Bunny eyes. My eyes, you know, are bigger out here and then go in like Bugs Bunny. And so if I have a lash that comes out like a lot in there, it's kind of like competing with my eye shape. This, I feel like, just fits right in and it goes right on, and it's just perfect, perfect. And you can get these very easily at the store. You can order them online. They're just easy. Real Techniques brushes. I fight against this all the time because I love these brushes. I think they are so good. The only thing I don't like about them is I don't like these fat, blunt ends because I use a brush, clean it, and then put it back in the jar. And these just take up too much room and they just don't go back in the jar. So I have to kind of leave them out. But these two plus the blush brush, I want to buy another one of those. This Expert Face Brush is so good for foundation. It's so good for cream bronzer. It's so good for cream blush. It cleans well. It is just a must-have brush. And then this is like my favorite. It is the setting brush. This brush is so good for powder. It's good for powder like under your eyes or flicking it off. It's good for concealer. It's good for so many different things. Like a liquid blush, if you just want to do like that and do a little bit of liquid blush or highlight, it's just a great, great brush. Okay, we're down to lips. These are just, I think everyone loves these. I think they're supposed to be like a dupe for the Fenty glosses. These are my favorite two colors. They are Moon, which has a little bit of a shimmer. And then this is the one, oh, I don't have this on today. I thought about it. But this is Stone. It is a very, I'll go ahead and swatch it. I'm right here in the kitchen. So here's Stone. They have the balmiest feel. They're just sticky enough. And here's Moon. So Stone and Moon. Very different. Stone is, you know, got more color. It's a standalone. Moon is, it could also stand alone, but it does have some shimmer and it looks so good over other stuff. Oh, and they smell good, not one bit, like they smell creamy and gourmand. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. Lip liners. I feel redundant because I've talked about these so much, but the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liners, my two favorite colors. I have this one on today. This one is Totally Toffee. So you can see how it is just the perfect shade for basically any lip color you want. And Magnetic Mauve is my next favorite. It leans, of course, a little bit more mauvey pink, not a purpley tone at all. And remember the Wet n Wild Peach lipstick I just showed you. Okay, these are my two favorite L'Oreal lip liners. This is Matte's It, which is more of a kind of like a flat brown type color. And this is Mastermind, which is still more of a, they're matte, they're very creamy, they last forever. That one is more of your pinky nude. New things, I showed you this one time, but it was in like a mauve color. I went back, I was like, I'm getting more of these. It's the NYX, this is Milky Gloss, and this is called Milk and Honey. And I do have this on today with something else I'm gonna show you, but look at this gloss. Can you see? It is so like smooth and glossy. There's not a lot of color to this one, but the other ones, there are, I mean, really even for this, that's a lot of color. Remember Peach Blossom from Revlon a long time ago? And the thing I have on today, so I have on that lip liner and then I have on this. This is the Matte Ink Super Stay. I have both of these light colors. One's Poet, I think, and one's Loyalist. Today I have on Loyalist, and this is something else. Looking at this container, you might think it's too light for you, but look at the color. Look how pretty that is. That peachy tone. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Okay, I was gonna wipe my lip off and show you this, but there's no sense in that. I'll wipe it off and show you something else. So that is what I have shown you so far. Okay, one of my Instagram followers and friends told me to try these, and they're all pretty. Let's see, this is Go Wild. It's a matte. They are from Almay. They're just kind of light, like not a lot of color, but they're still gorgeous. And the tones are still great. This one is Girl Boss. This one would be such a good topper. It has like the perfect like sheen, pink sheen to it. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. We'll leave that one out. And then this one is the Gem. And I think this is the one that is the most, like, I don't know, peachy practical. But look how pretty they are. I mean, look at that. It's weird. It's almost like they're a balm chapstick. They're not the kind that are gonna get all out. This is what they'd be good for. If you're someone who lines your whole lip and fills it in, this would be perfect because they're not gushy. They're not soft. They're kind of like a harder, glossier formula. Really cool. And then this is, I've got powder on this. These are two new discoveries. They're from CoverGirl. And one of them is 240 Caramel Kiss. So pretty. This one was broken, but I'm still gonna just suck it up and use it. It might be too broken, but look how pretty. Just my typical pinky, peachy pink. With a little bit of brightness. Ooh, that's pretty. And this one was tough because you can't see them, so I just guessed. And this one has the best sheen to it. It's called Sweetheart Blush. Let me try to find a place that you can see better, and then I'll wash my hands. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. Okay, we might have to put that on. Let me go wash my hands real quick. This goes to show you what lasts a long time. So that is that matte ink, and those are the liners. I just washed my hands. You can tell I washed some of the tan off, but I washed it with Dawn, and that's what ended up staying. So let's scrub some of this off. The liner is going to stay. Let's put on, what should we put on? Okay, so let's put on Go Wild. I'm using my phone today. And then let's use this CoverGirl Sweetheart Blush over it. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, they feel so good. So, those are some good ones. Just fun to, you know, experiment with. And I think we have done it all. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this video. And I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.